Hello my friends, and welcome back to the rabbit hole, and welcome to my 1 to 2.5 month review of the brand Geek and Gorgeous. If you are just stumbling upon this channel, hello and welcome. My name is Alice. I do these extensive skincare brand reviews and come on camera barefaced to talk about the results. More on that in the description box below if you are interested. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you my results using the Geek and Gorgeous Retinaldehyde for 2.5 months and then the rest of the products for a month. And because this is such a long trial, I actually had the chance to do things a little differently. I used all of the products that you're looking at for 3 weeks, and then for the final week, I decided to not use a couple of products that didn't appeal to me quite as much and just kind of change things up. I'll explain all of this throughout this video. But I have a really quick disclaimer, and some of you know exactly where I'm going with this, so this may look like not my best results. I want to be clear that there is a rather large extraneous variable in my life at this exact moment. I am moving. It is incredibly stressful, and I do break out from stress. So we are joined today by a little friend, and I think that's just going to be the story until I'm done moving. Oh my goodness, you all. So this looks the same to you. The background does not. What I am looking at is a stack of boxes, a lot of chaos as we figure out what we can throw away, all of the fun that comes along with moving, you all know. But with as long of an experience as I've had with these products, I still want to proceed and share my thoughts in today's video. So, first of all, thank you to Geek and Gorgeous for gifting these products to me. That really does mean a lot as a small channel. If you are here for only a review on one of these products, check the timestamps in the description box below. I will also have affiliated links in the description box. If you use those links, it does help to support this channel. But of course, this video is not sponsored. These are all my own thoughts, all my own experience, and the way we're going to lay out this video is I'll talk a little bit about what Geek and Gorgeous is as a brand. I'll share with you the different routines that I followed, and then we'll end this video with the reviews and a ranking. I've used these products long enough, I think I can rank them from my favorite to my least favorite, so we'll go ahead and do that for the final section of this video. But let's start with what is Geek and Gorgeous. This is such an absolutely adorable little brand based out of Hungary, which is wonderful news for those of you watching from countries other than America. You all know YouTube tends to be very US centric, does it not? And yet here's a brand where you can order from if you are in other countries. You may even have more incentive to order in that you will have a lower free shipping threshold than we do in the US. But even for those of us in the US, you can still order from this website as long as your order is over 60 euros. You even get free shipping. The prices are absolutely amazing. These are very affordable products. A lot of them are going to be under $10 for those of us in the US. I'll have the current rate exchange up on the screen. Do know that that is subject to change, but I'll have it as whatever it is as of today. And then a little bit of info about what they do. So they pride themselves on less fluff, more stuff. We are fragrance, colorant, and drying alcohol free. We use helpers only for the safety and efficacy of our formulas, so that means filler ingredients basically. We also avoid common controversial ingredients to give you total peace of mind. So this includes ingredients like parabens. I respect their statement on this. They basically say, there may not be a problem with parabens, but some people would rather avoid them, so we've left them out of these products. Known amount of actives. This is a brand that discloses percentages of their actives, and you know how much that means to me. I want to really quickly share with you the routines that I followed. I know this can be kind of confusing, so what I'm going to do is have it all up on the screen, but basically this is a pretty active routine that I had been following. To be clear, I've been using actives for over 4 years, so my skin was certainly at a point where I was able to do all of this. And then for my last week, that's where I switched things up and returned to some other products. I ended up not using the Cheer Up exfoliating liquid and the Bee Balm in the final week, and I think one of the biggest changes I made was, rather than use that exfoliator with the A-pad, I started just mixing the A-pad into my 2% BHA from the Inkey List. My goodness, I wish I'd followed that the whole time, but keep in mind that I always do better with serums. I've said this before. before, I will say it again, one of the most beloved BHA products on the market is Paula's Choice 2% BHA liquid. I prefer the Inkey List BHA because serums work better for my skin. So, again, this is coming down to your skin and what works for you. This just ended up being my new routine that worked for me. And one more thing, I'm actually really glad I filmed the routine using the vitamin C product from this brand because I do think it's important for you to know that I would recommend this before your toner. I know it's confusing to say serum before toner, but in this particular case, I absolutely recommend this. So does Geek and Gorgeous. And if you want to see that in action, you can click the AM routine that I did. Let's get into the part of the video that some of you were probably waiting for. Individual product reviews ranked by my thoughts. My number one product. Some of you already know because you saw that this product has made my best skincare of 2021 list. Yes, it has made my favorites already because it is so stellar. The C-Glow 15% vitamin C serum. Wait, before we get into this, let's really quickly talk about the SkinCeuticals vitamin C. Okay, look, here's the thing. I've known for years that people love and swear by it, SkinCeuticals. I was blessed enough to receive this in PR, and it was a great experience, not to say it wasn't for a moment, but there was a little bit of an element of frustration in having tried this and now knowing, oh my goodness, SkinCeuticals does make the best vitamin C serums on the market. And the reason for the frustration is because this is $166 an ounce. And let's be honest about that price point for a moment. I can have some wiggle room in enjoying more expensive products, but $166 an ounce is so far outside of that wiggle room. That's not one of those levels where you can even come close to saying, well, just buy less avocado toast and then you can afford SkinCeuticals. That is just a price point that excludes some amount of people. And for that reason, even though I tried this and I thought in my head, this is the best vitamin C, it wasn't perfect because to me, how is a product perfect if it kind of does have an exclusionary element to it? Don't get me wrong, I tremendously respect the scientists and the formulators at SkinCeuticals, but it does exclude some people. So for a while, I'd been really struggling with finding a favorite vitamin C. I do like a lot of the options on the market. I love my derivatives, but again, they don't have the same amount of research around them as L-ascorbic acid does. I loved Rosen's vitamin C. That was a very good vitamin C L-ascorbic serum, but it did use some plant-based ingredients to stabilize it, and anytime you're using plant-based ingredients, you increase the risk for sensitivity. And finally, along comes Geek and Gorgeous with C-Glow, and let me tell you a little bit about this. So this is $10.50 in euros, which converts to, convert 10.50 euros to USD. I will of course have the ingredients list up on the screen for you to see. It is very simple, it is very straightforward. We have pretty much no irritants in here and those same stabilizing ingredients that you can find in much more expensive brands. Now with L-ascorbic, it is an ingredient that requires a low pH, so this one is at a pH between 3.2 and 3.4, and it is at 15% LAA. And another incredible bonus with this brand is they make it fresh, and you can see that. The problem with LAA is that it oxidizes, but look at how clear this is. A month later. Yes, I have been storing it in my fridge, and I do recommend that. No, you don't need a skincare fridge unless you want one. Your regular fridge works just fine, if not better. It is a little bit colder. But yeah, it's such a simple product, and yet it is done right, and it is so affordable. I am just so happy to find this product at an accessible price point. Now again, like we've talked about, the only potential cons with this is that not everybody will be able to use products at a low pH, and it does indeed not have added fragrance, so expect it to smell like meaty water. Kind of like if you had pepperoni floating around in a glass of water. It smells like that. Absolutely incredible product. Again, I'm struggling right now. I probably will continue to break out, but using vitamin C products helps to prevent those breakouts from staying on my skin forever as acne scars. It's an ingredient I won't be without, and the fact that this brand has made my absolute favorite, it's just amazing. My other excellent product from Geek and Gorgeous is, of course, the A game. So this is a retinaldehyde serum, which in itself is so exciting and so rare to find. Add to that the fact that this is under 15 US dollars, 12.5 euros. This is incredible to find. Years ago, I sought out retinaldehyde serums. I ended up with one that didn't disclose the percentage as this company does, and it was so expensive. So the one that I've been using is the 0.05% retinaldehyde serum. They also sent me the 0.1%, and I will work my way up to that. I wasn't sure if this was going to be a bit much for my skin. I know I've talked before about how Differin or adapalene is a little intense for my skin type. Great ingredient, but intense for my own skin type, so I just wasn't sure. Now, here's some things that I want to make sure I'm clear on. I experienced absolutely no irritation, really not even extra dryness, which you can experience with a retinoid product, but it's hard for me to say that that's going to be everyone's experience, as I am 4 years into retinoids. And just really quickly, in case this all sounds like a foreign language, so a retinoid is a family of ingredients that includes retinol, retinoic acid. I do have a full video on retinoids if you're interested, but basically with this being a retinaldehyde serum, you get one conversion to the active form of retinoic acid. So in theory, this should be a lot more potent. Once again, love the simplicity and the straightforwardness in the ingredients. Very little concern for irritation, although of course, if you are brand new to retinoids, do keep in mind they can be irritating. But oh so worth it, in my personal opinion. Oh, so worth it. Absolutely the top active that I would recommend. Yeah, it's a mind-blowing product. I'm so excited to upgrade to the next level. It is just absolutely wonderful. Again, this is another product where I'm kind of left speechless at how Geek and Gorgeous is able to do this for such a good price. And then we have liquid hydration with 5% panthenol and natural moisturizing factors. I did not expect to love this to the level that I do, but oh my goodness, this will absolutely be in my next repurchases order. I'm almost out of this. That's one con for me with toners, as I go through them kind of quickly. So this is incredibly affordable, 7.50 euros at a pH of 4.5 to 5, which is a really good level to use after cleansing, even with any other cleansers, not just exclusively the Geek and Gorgeous one. That'll prep your skin for your serums and your moisturizers later. It contains very hydrating ingredients, not just panthenol, but also ingredients like urea, not to be confused with the preservative form diazolinol urea, but just basic urea, which is a very hydrating ingredient that helps to increase penetration of your later products. I think it's just genuinely amazing to me that in the toning step you can experience so much hydration. I still have the occasional comment on this channel where people say, why are you using toners? You shouldn't use toners. They're not made for your skin type. But that was true at one point in the past when toners were all very astringent. That is not the case anymore. A toner like this can be such a game changer for dry skin, even more normal skin, just increasing the penetration of your later ingredients. What a wonderful product. Absolutely will reorder this one. And then I gotta say, I was really surprised by how much I loved the Jelly Joker low pH gentle cleanser. See, I'm somebody who I can use fragrance in my cleansing step with no problem. So I kind of figured, well, I might get bored with this one. There's not a lot of excitement going on with this. Not that there needs to be, but just, it tends to be what I like. So I didn't have high expectations for this. but it is a gorgeous cleanser. It's so gentle that I think a lot of the enjoyment I was getting from this is just how soothing it feels to use. If I had to compare this to another product, I would say it's probably closest to the Peach and Lily cleanser, and yet even then it's hard to directly compare it. There's nothing quite like this, which again, so hard to say in this sea of skincare products out there. So you know, this is a non-foaming cleanser. It is just very, very gentle. It is at a pH between 5 and 5.4, and because it's so gentle, they actually do say on the website that you can use this even if you have redness or sensitivity of the skin, if you have fungal issues, hydrating ingredients like panthenol and allantoin. Basically with this one, if you are like me in that you know, if I was making this order, I probably wouldn't have purchased this. I would have said, I've got enough cleanser. I'm sure I'm fine. Yes, this is absolutely worth adding to your order if you want to spend, you know, under $11 US on a nice cleanser. You just might love it. Next up is APAD, their azelaic acid derivative. So it turns out that this product is absolutely perfect for my needs, but you're noticing I'm ranking it a little bit lower than some of the other products. I hope that it is clear as to why by the end of this. Let's start with what the deal is with this product. So this is a 20% Azeclair serum. Now Azeclair is referring to the complex that contains this azelaic acid derivative. The derivative is potassium azelloyl diglycinate, and you have that in this product at 6%. We have another product here that is under $13 for an ounce. Basically what it boils down to for me is, I would say if you are somebody who relies heavily on azelaic acid to help fight redness, that's the main concern that azelaic acid is usually recommended for. If that applies to you, I may not recommend this as your top azelaic product, simply because it is a derivative, kind of like we were talking about with the vitamin C at the very beginning of this section. In fact, honestly, if that is that important of an ingredient to you, the wisest approach may be to see a dermatologist and get the maximum amount of azelaic. However, if you're like me and you just have minor redness because you have acne, or you just have minor redness in general, you might love this product as much as I do. See, the thing is, The Ordinary does have a 10% azelaic product, but I don't love the texture of it. This one right here is just a very cosmetically elegant serum, incredibly easy to mix into my Inkey List BHA, and just basically by mixing those two, I get a dupe of the much more expensive BHA and azelaic serum that I love. It's the Tula Acne Balancing Gel. Is that the name of it? I think so. Yes, I love that product, but it's expensive. This combination, oh, it works wonders. But you all know I try so hard to be unbiased, and you know, really what it comes down to is it's probably not as strong as some of the other azelaic options. So again, this is a product for minor redness, in my opinion, not for a lot of redness. Let's talk about the Geek and Gorgeous exfoliants. So they sent me one of them, which I'm glad for because you don't want to overdo AHAs. This is the Cheer Up, which is probably the one I would have picked. It is a 6% Mandelic and BHA liquid exfoliant, and let's break that down. It is 5% Mandelic, which is a more gentle AHA, plus 1% salicylic, your BHA. So basically a combination of AHA and BHA in one product, and I know if you're new to skincare, it can sound like a combination of the top-rated laugh with a subpar chuckle, but this can be a very good direction for some people. But I always think with skincare, it's important for you to compare your past experiences with upcoming products that you're interested in. You know, this is one where I was curious about it, but I tend to not love exfoliating toners. I like exfoliating serums or masks. And you know, it's a beautiful ingredients list. It has some humectants in here. It has sarcosine. That's a very interesting 5-alpha reductase inhibitor. So this could be a wonderful product for helping with clarity and resurfacing. But you have to ask yourself, how have past products worked for you? It's also kind of expensive. I don't know if it's just me who feels this way, but I feel like it's kind of expensive, coming in at 28 euros for 3.38 fluid ounces of this. So again, you know, while it's a nice product, I did end up kicking it out of my routine because I just don't think it was the perfect fit for my skin. So just to reiterate again, I kicked this out in the last week. I defaulted back to my 2% instead of 1% BHA serum form, and then I added in some actually AHA masks. I started using some of the masks that I have around. Which ones have I used? Oh, that's right, brands that I don't actually support anymore, but I'm finishing products so I don't have to move with them. But yeah, it's a really nice product in theory, it just didn't end up becoming a favorite for me in practice. And my final product for this entire video is the Niacinamide B-Balm. This is a 10% niacinamide serum, and you can probably guess just from that why it's my last rated product. We recently had a niacinamide alternatives video on this channel, not because niacinamide isn't a great ingredient, just because it's everywhere. And while these 10% niacinamide serums have been trending, everybody's coming out with a 10% niacinamide these days, the research really does cut off at about 5% niacinamide, so there may not be added benefits to using a higher percentage of niacinamide. Now keep in mind my own skin type. I have dry skin, not oily skin. I've suspected for a long time that niacinamide works even better for people who have oily skin. But again, I always say keep in mind the person reviewing products, because this could be a wonderful option for some people. Again, it is a very non-irritating formula. This one is $10 US, so this is a very affordable product. And always feel free to share your experience in the comment section below, because I'm sure some people absolutely love it, even though I just opted out of using it. And that's it. That, my friends, is my long-awaited Geek and Gorgeous review. As always, please let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like I was just saying, feel free to disagree with me, share your experience. Thank you again so much to Geek and Gorgeous for sending these products over. Thank you all so much for watching. If you did find this video helpful, please make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.